Okay, welcome to the third video in the series here. Let's jump right into plugins. Let's go over to the plugins menu. What we're going to do is we're going to install new. There's a few different ways, of course, you can do this. You can search, upload them, whatever the case may be. I suggest that you do the search and find them and install them automatically. It's a lot simpler than downloading, unzipping, uploading, and activating. Okay, so follow along here. The first one we want to find is all-in-one SEO. Okay, there's quite a few different search engine optimization plugins also that are free. I mentioned there's one of them called Platinum. I think it's Platinum SEO. It's fine. It works great. I don't have any problems with it at all. But I've had plenty of luck with all-in-one SEO since the very beginning of using it. And when something works, I don't change it. So if you would like to use Platinum, that is cool. You go for it. But this video, we're covering all-in-one SEO. So let's search it. And generally, if it'll come all up in the very first one. So what we'll do is we'll go over. You can read about it if you like, whatever the case, but we're not going to do that now. I'm just going to install it. Go to install. A little window pops up that tells you some information about it and what it's compatible up to. We'll do an install. And boom. Okay. Now we'll note that I have noticed on some WordPress installs that it asks for a login to your server to install it. That login is asking for your FTP information that you received from your hosting provider. So it would be your domain name, password, username and password, the information that they assigned you. In this case, it did not do it. So we'll go to activate plugin. And that little red right there, I hate it when they do that. It's so hard to see. So what I did was I left click and drug over. You'd think they put that in red and white, and it's so hard to see. Okay, so you need to read what it says here. It must be configured. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and configure each one of them. In this video, we're going to get the plugins installed first that we want to use, and then configure them. Okay, so we want to go back to plugins, add new. The next one that I like is, you can do caps or small letters, is Google, I believe it's XML sitemap. I believe that'll get us there. Do a search, and it pops up the very first one. Okay, again, I'm not covering exactly what it does right now. We'll do that when we start configuring it. Main thing is I want to install it. So we'll install it, and we're going to activate it. Actually, it's probably best not to activate it now. And the reason I'm telling you this is what happens is it starts trying to tell the search engines you're updating your blog. And we really don't want that right now because we're not updating it. We're getting it ready. So let's don't activate that one at this minute. Let's go ahead and install one or two more here. The next one that I really like, there's a couple here that's going to be optional, totally up to you, but I really suggest these three that I'm talking about right now. And let's see, that one's called Twitter Widget Pro, I do believe there. And that's it. And what happens here is it takes in your Twitter account. And if you don't have a Twitter account, I highly suggest you do. If you do not have a Twitter account, then are not using Twitter, this plugin is not going to do you any good unless you want to use someone else's Twitter account post, but I wouldn't do that. So go ahead and install it. You'll notice that it does require PHP 5. If you're hosting with a reputable hosting company, you should have that installed already. So let's go ahead and install Twitter Widget Pro. Again, while this is installing, I want to remind you that, very important, you should get you a Twitter account because it's good backlinks. to your information, and it does help. I don't care. There's other people that says it doesn't, but I'll show you here shortly when we're actually activating or should say setting up the plugin. I'm going to show you a couple of screenshots showing you that it does matter. Okay, so we activated it, and that gets our 3 highly needed plugins installed. There's a couple of more. It's totally up to you if you want to install these, but it is SEO Smart, if I can type, Smart Links. And this one, you can read about it. It puts in keywords and turns them into links within your blog here, your WordPress installation. So I like it, I love it, and I want it. So I'm installing it. I'm going to activate it now. Again, we're going to go back and configure these here shortly. I'm going to move on here. And the other one that I really like, it's from Max Blog. It does have a link back to them. You may not like it, but install it and look at it and see. And it puts you a little stripe, kind of like this right here. That's a good example, as a matter of fact. Puts a little stripe up the top of your blog, and it's really highly visible. And when you're promoting something, you know, an affiliate that's a good paying affiliate link, you can actually put that up there at the top of your blog also, and it's really eye-catching. You know, like with that source code goldmine, with the ranking that I did, and I did very little promotion. I did not even promote to an email list. I promoted on Twitter and in the search engine using the methods that I'm showing you right now. It made a little over 10 sales. That was $98 commission on each one. So you can see the importance of this. So what we're going to do, we're going to, and I may be wrong here. Blob. One of those days. It may not come up in here. I'm not positive. We may have to go to their site and get it, but let's try it. Nope. Let's go. Hold on just a second. And I am correct. It's not registered in the WordPress database. If you guys are listing this, whoever controls Max BlogPress, it's awful strange. It seems like I'd want to be listed there. Anyway, we've gone to, what I did was I went to good old Google and I searched for this phrase, and it came up as the first one. So let's go look at it. And we want to download the ad. Let me find. It should say plugin. Okay, down at the very bottom here, it download now. It requires a one-time free registration. You go ahead and click it and download it. And what happens is they're going to make you register it on your blog once you activate it, if I recall correctly. So you download this to an area that you can remember. I prefer to create a folder on my desktop called plugins when I'm working on blogs, and I can just pull them out of that if I need them. So I would save this zip. I'm not going to save it. We'll get it. I'll show you how to get it here in just a second. Okay, so you're going to get this lesson whether you wanted it or not. I really did not, can't believe that they're not listed in the WordPress plugin database. But anyway, you get a free little lesson out of this anyway. We'll go to upload. I went to plugins, add new, and upload. We browse to the directory where it's at, and we click on it, and we do an install now. And I believe this is where we're going to, well, it did not. Again, sometimes it'll pop up and want your login information. That's not your WordPress login information. That is your FTP information. We're going to activate it. And we've got the plugins installed that we are going to cover in this video. So let's go activate them and set them up in the next one. See you there.